Hey, learning champions. Welcome back to the eLearning Champion podcast, where we deep dive into strategies, trends, and trends that are shaping up the world of digital learning. In today's episode, we are going to look at leading learning through change, the new role of L&D. And for this topic, we have Susan Evans online with us. Hi there, Susan.
Hi, Elika. Nice to talk to you today.
Great. Same here, Susan. Thank you for being with us. Before we move forward, I would like to take an opportunity to introduce you. She is Susan Evans, Change Management Manager at Ecolab. She has been in the company for almost around 38 years. That sounds, that 38 is a great number for me at least. She has a comprehensive background in business and digital transformations. She has worked on initiatives which are aimed at improving efficiencies, supporting adaptation to change, and facilitating skill development for sales teams and employees. Currently, she serves as a black belt in Ecolab Enterprise PMO, and she is trained in Six Sigma methodology. She also has a bachelor's degree in organizational communications with a minor in business management. In 2023, she received her Change Management Professional certification from the Association of Change Management Professionals, ACMP, and obtained her Brodsky certification in 2017. Through her experiences in Salesforce processes, she has developed her expertise in stakeholder impact analysis, communicating key benefits to various audience, and enhancing learner and user experiences. So now I'm quite excited to learn great insights of change management from a proven and certified expert here. So welcome once again, Susan.
Thanks again.
Getting started with our topic today, which is leading learning through change, the new role of L&D. Uh, to get started, I would like to check how has the role of L&D changed from being primarily about training delivery to becoming a key enabler of organizational transformation.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're asking these questions because, we encounter them every day, but we need to kind of step back and see how we can grow.
Yes.
So, learning is a big enabler of the changes we're experiencing. When we make changes, we learn new processes and new approaches and new ways of interacting with our coworkers and our customers. So
Yes.
L&D content needs to not only address the what by
Mm-hmm.
covering steps and tasks, but how the behaviors around those tasks enable new ways of working. Our training delivery needs to be richer in context. Examples of behavior changes could be through having a new type of conversation with a customer or applying past knowledge to bring context to something new we learned. So, yeah.
Yes, absolutely, Susan. It's basically to implement any practical, new way of process or learning, people should emotionally be set rather than, stepwise or action items to be taken. I absolutely agree your
Yes.
point. Yeah, coming to our next question, I would like to check, okay, in your view, what does it mean for L&D? To act as a change catalyst rather than just a training function. Can you share any example from your experience where L&D truly led the change?
Yeah, we're all change catalysts when leading transformations, but each function has an important role and unique role. The
Right.
L&D team provides key information by helping our employees build the skills and proficiency needed to adopt the change. But as change catalysts, we can facilitate learning through practicing the new skill and help
Mm-hmm.
learners develop confidence. This can
Right.
be done in a sandbox environment or on the job learning. And this will help build new habits and allow us to change faster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. Actually, a
Uh,
lot can be changed. Yeah.
Yeah, some examples would be where L&D can um, participate in hypercare team
Mm-hmm.
and really participate in the troubleshooting, and they can learn a lot about by listening through the users and help people and understand people's struggles and adjust the training and support their learning that way.
Yeah, perfectly. It's more kind of on the job trainings where the application is given and it has to be executed. Automatically, the mindset will be like that will be the only motivation to immediately learn. Absolutely agreed with your point. Thank you for sharing that example, Susan. Now, with constant disruptions and AI being, on the trend, probably next year it is like the year of automation, most of them are calling it as. So with constant disruptions, AI automation, hybrid work, how can L&D leaders help organizations stay agile and resilient through learning?
Yeah, change is happening faster and faster. And
Yes.
so I think learning mediums need to adapt as quickly as these disruptions happen. There's
Right.
the constant demand for people's attention, and training content needs to be more personalized and adjust for not more just learning styles, but also the environment. Factors such as years of experience, role requirements, working environment, such as our deskless workers. They need to
Right.
be addressed. So
Yeah.
L&D should seek to understand not only those learning styles, but the different learning paces, and recognize that adaptability is different for each individual.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because nowadays, when we hear a lot of our customer requirements, they just talk about the adaptability. That itself defines that there's change in the mindset of the L&D community as such within the organization. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Change management, it is not just about new skills, right? It's all about mindset shifts. What learning strategies works best for helping employees embrace change rather than resist it?
I believe that our stakeholders need to have a larger part in building their training. If we have subject matter experts build their training and operating procedures in real time, they will take greater ownership on the results and the outcomes intended. Our learning strategy, one learning strategy would be to recommend peer-to-peer learning.
Mm-hmm.
L&D can partner with business leadership to provide guides for those peers to help drive the learning culture.
Yeah, actually, that's a great initiative, rather a great idea to pair up, the business leaders with L&D team so that they come up with a real-time application rather than the theoretical part and where obviously in this digital age, people would like to go through their trainings at their own pace of learning or at their own pace of time. So coordinating and collaborating with the business leaders and getting the actual practical content for them to learn is actually a great advice. Thank you
Yeah,
for coming up with such a great suggestion. I personally liked it.
I'm sure you encounter that all the time when you're
Yeah.
building training. So,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
When we get our LNE projects, we usually, try to connect and come up with those basic questions like how that particular thing will help the learner emotionally set to take up that. It's not just, a mandatory course that has to be taken at their own place. No, no. Then it will ultimately, reflect at the organization ROI as well. So yes, that's one of the basic foundation.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. Now, coming to our next question, how can L&D teams, partner with business leaders and HR to ensure learning initiatives directly support transformation goals and not operate in isolations?
Yeah, I think our HR department can help by reinforcing the culture of continuous learning
Mm-hmm.
and establish an expectation of the roles and responsibilities through having the employees set performance goals around their
Career
learning.
initiatives, yeah.
Yeah, L&D can also help support those goals by incorporating feedback from employees into the training and sharing that feedback with the change team
Mm-hmm.
to continuously refine the experience for the employee.
Right.
Our change leaders can help keep the communication loop flowing between learners and training and communication and leadership. And this can be done through sharing best practices and success stories. So,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Uh, 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 Absolutely. Like success story is one, one particular element. Rather, I call it as, it is kind of a one learning strategy where people are very, fascinated towards it to know what actually, if I learn this, what is going to happen, or what other companies or within the organization the results have been achieved, so that personally and professionally everybody grow in their careers along with the organization. R-
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It-
So now that we are, we are talking about measuring and growing in terms of training and learning. So measuring change is tricky. What metrics or indicators should L&D leaders focus on to demonstrate the real impact of learning during organizational transitions?
Yeah, one of the things I would love to see is getting it, to get the most impact would be to capture practice metrics.
Mm-hmm.
People learn by practicing, and our training modes need to capture those errors in practicing and gather behavior information, such
Mm-hmm.
as, accurate data entry or process execution or coaching sessions received. This really gives us some insight into how a person adapts to the new skill and understand the learner's comprehension. Also, our change leaders and training team need to think about link training completion to adoption. And I'm really
Hmm.
hoping there's some cool advances in AI that could help here because it is tricky to do
Yeah,
this, but it gives us so much information.
right. Yeah, it's actually along with the emotional shift, they'll carry, that motivation point of why the transformation is happening, what can be my contribution here. All those questions come first, for them to perform, and then, the learning behavior can be comprehend. Yeah, wish AI could help us,
I'm sure it will
understanding the
sometime
behaviors.
soon.
Yes. Now coming to our next question, change fatigue is a real challenge as we are discussing that. How can L&D use learning design, communication, or coaching to sustain energy and engagement throughout the long-term transformations?
Yeah, one way to reduce change fatigue is for our change leaders to bring visibility to change saturation
Mm-hmm.
down to the group and employee level. This
Mm-hmm.
can help us pinpoint the best time and the best pace to expect new learning to be consumed. Our change leaders also can share with L&D training related behaviors or training related barriers from the change
Okay.
impact analysis so adjustments can be made to the learning design and coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Both the pacing and the design go a long way to sustaining a learner's energy to help them keep up with the pace of change.
Uh, Agreed, absolutely. So now, coming to our last question, Actually, looking ahead, what capabilities or mindsets will tomorrow's L&D professionals need to lead learning through change successfully?
I would say continue communicating the value investing time in learning. The more people see the benefits and the positive impacts on their performance, the quicker they gain confidence and adapt
Yeah.
to new changes. Also, help the business build a culture of open communication when it comes to individual learning needs. In the future, our training will become more and more personalized. So
Yes.
we need to listen to our learners and adapt our training to their needs.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree, with your explanation, Susan, because I think adaptability is one of the thing that has already started when, organizations are planning for their L&D or training requirements. They are thinking about that adaptation factor. Whereas I think there is a lot of, time still there's much more time that has to be taken to build the culture of transparent communication. Like for example, if something has been assigned built and assigned to an employee, and if that person is not performing after even after assigning that that training, then they have to have that culture of open communication to share the difficulty, real time difficulty that person is facing. Otherwise it will be like just the training team creates the training and assigning, and the employees should take it as part of the mandatory training. That's not where the open transparent communication. Probably leaders, L&D teams, or L&D leaders, business L&D leaders will be able to find the actual reasons based on this transparent communication culture, and probably adapt the training needs based on their learners, so that it benefits the learner as well as the organization. So thank you, Susan, for your amazing answers, to all these insights on role of L&D, change in role of L&D. Based on our discussion today, it's very clear, and I personally got an insight that now in today's generation or future generation, L&D is not just an L&D training, getting it created and dumping. It is almost about considering the behaviors to get the ROI of the person as well as the organization. So thank you for sharing all these great insights, Susan.
Absolutely. Thank you. And well said. I really support your partnership and appreciate your partnership. So thanks.
Thank you so much, Susan. And yeah, our e-learning champion podcast ends with this another amazing episode of today, and we have learned a lot about how usually the change transformations should happen instead of just theoretical. It should have an impact on emotional mindsets, behavior before an L&D training initiatives begin. So thank you for sharing such great insights on this change transformation. Thank you once again for your time,
You're
Susan.
welcome. You're welcome.